Welcome to Seed Monday, everyone. So today's Seed Monday is Fruitful in My Affliction. So let me tell y'all. So today I was reading about Joseph. Joseph in the Bible. The Joseph that I'm talking about is, let's see here, Jacob's son, one of his 12 sons. Um, but Joseph's life, I was reading about it, and y'all can go back and read it. I'm not going to read it all. It's just in Genesis chapter, I think it starts at 37. And I think it goes all the way to chapter 50 of Genesis. But I'm just going to read two scriptures really quick. So Genesis chapter 41. And I got real excited about this because Joseph, his life, he was lied on. He was sold into slavery by his own brothers. They hated him. Um, he had all this turmoil, all these things going on in his life. And I was thinking, if that was me, I'm trying to figure out, like, why? Why, Lord? Why me? Why am I going through this, right? But and that's where I'm at in this part of my life. I'm like, why do I have to experience this? Why do I need to go through this? And that's where you may be right now, or that's maybe where you're going to be in the near future. But God, and let me show you how good God is. So, Genesis chapter 41, verses 51 and 52. And this is when Joseph, he was already sold into slavery. And he is an interpreter of dreams. So he interprets the Pharaoh's dreams. The Pharaoh had already appointed him to become his right-hand man, right? So he's in this house. He still trusts God. He still believes in his God. He still serves his God. Talking about our Father, God Almighty. So, verse 51, it says, and Joseph called the name of his firstborn. So he had already gotten married. Pharaoh told him, this is going to be your wife. You're going to take her. And so they had two sons. So he says, Joseph says, he calls his firstborn Manasseh. Manasseh. And then it says it means, for God said, he have made me forget all my toil and all my father's house. So basically, he was basically saying that God Almighty had him to forget, despite of everything that he was faced with, despite of his brothers selling him into slavery, lying, deceiving their father, Jacob, and telling him, oh, he was killed by some wild animal. Despite of all of that, he said, God is going to have me to forget about that. Like my firstborn, that's why I'm naming him Manasseh. And I'm not going to focus on my father. I'm not going to focus on what I lost. I'm not going to focus on what my brothers did to me. The next verse 52, it says, and the name of the second, he called his name Ephraim, which means, for God hath caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction. Oh my gosh, that's what got me. I'm like, even despite of what you're going through, God said, okay, I'm going to cause you to not even focus on what you've been through, not to even focus on what you lost, but I'm going to cause you to prosper. Even all of this that you're going through right now, I'm going to show you my hand. I'm going to show you that you're more than a conqueror. I'm going to show you that you are victorious. I'm going to show you that you are prosperous because I'm going to cause you to prosper. It is me that causes you to do these things. Joseph, all I can say is he kept his eyes on the prize. He kept his eyes on God, on the eternal Father, the God that delivered him out of the pit that his brothers, before they even sold him into slavery, they put him in a pit. And then they decided to sell him into slavery, but it ended up working out, even for his brother's goods. Y'all got to go back and read the story, but it's an amazing story. Joseph's story. But out of those two verses in chapter 41, verses, 51 and 52, despite of all that we're going through, despite of all that we're faced with, God is going to have it all to work out for your good. And even when it seems like it's a drought, he's still going to show his hand and he's going to bless you. And he's going to cause you to be prosperous, even in when it appears to be a drought, even when it appears to be that you're in a desert, even if it appears that you're having financial issues. But God, at the end of the day, keep your eyes on the prize, which is our eternal Father. Focus on him, not what you lost. Focus on what he wants you to focus on, which is of his goodness and who he is. And that's what I got for Seed Monday today, guys. Until we meet again, I love y'all. Y'all gotta go back and read the story. Trust and believe it will bless your life. It'll change you. But anyways, I love y'all. Until we meet again, y'all take care. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe to Voices of Substance on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Y'all have an amazing night.